Hello, if you can hear me. Which I think you can. So, I hadn't actually planned on streaming today, but yesterday evening, I finally got hold of one of these after many, many months and countless hours of playing this game incorrectly. I finally got one of these, which you probably already clocked in the top right corner, those of you who have a fast eye. I have a Python, a new ship, a ship that isn't a Viper, that I've been stuck around in for ages. Now, as you can see, I don't have a lot of credits left, so I really can't afford to prank this thing and blow it up. Currently, it's not particularly great. Well, it's all right, but it's it needs a lot of upgrades doing to it to bring it up to spec, and I've done some already. So, because I'm on such a limited budget, I've had to really pick and choose. So I've put on 2 multi-cannons. I have a mining laser because I've enabled this thing to do some mining, which I've not been able to do in the game yet, because my other ships were a Sidewinder, an Eagle, and a Viper, and the Sidewinder is just, well, I call it Space Biscuit, that's the name of the ship. And the other 2 really were built more around being a fighter than anything else. Although the Viper was kind of a fighter and kind of not, because it didn't have a frameshift drive interdictor module, but it could look after itself most of the time. So with this at the moment, that's pretty much all I've got in terms of firepower. Utility mounts, I've just got the point defense installed at the moment. There are obviously a lot more things I could stick on there. You've got all of this, a shield booster. That's probably something I would look at. The thing is, the Python is quite a well protected ship, which probably it needs to be, because it's not going to be as manoeuvrable as the Viper, I wouldn't think. I don't know, I've not really put it through its paces in combat yet. The other thing I've upgraded, I upgrade that? Browse shot. I had a, yeah, it was, I had a 7E and upgraded that to a 7D, the power distributor. The thing I do want to upgrade as soon as possible is the frameshift drive, because this is a big old bastard thing. It's quite heavy, and therefore it's you can't really see it. Well, you can, I can't, but because I've got the Twitch thing there. But if you look at my jump ranges, are pretty woeful at the moment, because it's a 5E. Now, ordinarily, under normal circumstances, that would be quite good, but this is a big ship. Well, it's a medium-sized ship. So as you can see, you know, even that, a modest upgrade there would actually give me a significant boost in terms of my jump distances. You know, the optimal one, obviously, to get, for me, would be that one, 5A, in this port, but as you can see, I've got nowhere near the credits. That's the one I'm aiming for. I might do an intermediate upgrade depending on how things go with that. That would actually be quite useful, but that's the one ideally that I want. What else? There was that, and I think power plant, I think, was the other one. Was it that? No, no, it wasn't the power plant. What was the other thing? The frame shift drive. Is it in the optional internals? I dropped a cargo thing out there to put. Oh, I think he might. Is it a fuel scoop? I've got a really poor fuel scoop on this. I've got a 2A, and it's not great, to be perfectly honest with you. I need something that's going to fuel scoop a lot bigger, because this thing has a larger fuel tank. So when you fuel scooping, it takes a lot longer, and therefore my ship is overheating a lot quicker. So I need to look at things like that. Oh, obviously, the other thing I have is obviously the refinery. Now, I'd never done any kind of mining before, and I usually go into these things blindly. You can watch tutorials, but they kind of take away an element of fun. So what I do is I go in blind, fail dismally, then I go and watch a tutorial, and the thing I did really that was wrong was get a 1D refinery. I thought I'd get the most basic one because I didn't really know what I was doing, and it's just a single bin one. It took me ages to figure out what the hell I was supposed to be doing with this thing. I kept going like, why is it not doing this? Why is it not doing that? Why am I not? You know, I didn't know. I thought when you picked up something, it converted it and put it in the cargo hold. Because I kept thinking to myself, why is it I can't pick anything else up? And that's because it's only a single bin, which means it can only process one ore, and you have to pick up like 100%, and that equals then 1 ton, which is 1 unit in your cargo bay. And yeah, I thought, oh, you know, I'll stack up on all of this stuff and sell it. It'll be easy money. There's no such thing as making easy money in Elite Dangerous. I mean, as you can see, I have what have we got? 64. I've got like an 80-ton cargo capacity. That's just not happening. I'm not doing 80 tons of ore, and there's some pretty good missions as well. There has to be said. That require you to do that, but it's going to take me forever with the refinery that I've got. Let's have a look. Now, where's that one come from? Where's that mission popped up from? That wasn't there before. Well, we'll do that because we can. Because I have a larger cargo bay now. That's weird. They had a mission. Ah, there we go. This one here. I was very tempted to do this. The problem is, this is you see, it's quite a reward, but it's also quite a dangerous mission, and I don't want to blow up my Python just yet. I mean, the Python is the only ship I've got that could do it because of the cargo bay space. But if you look at this, like, these actions are considered illegal in most systems. Authority ships may be sent against you. Mission failure could lead to a fine. Also, mission failure means that I have to claim insurance, of which I have only got enough money for one. So I have to be really, really careful. I kind of pushed it a little bit. I just got so fed up of not having the ship that I wanted, I decided to go for this. So that would have been something that I would have ordinarily. See, a lot of these things here are actually going to take me a while to do. I've got more jumps to do now. See, like, I thought, oh, I can do this. I can do this, but you also need other things to do mining successfully. So it's not as simple and as straightforward as I thought it was gonna be. I just thought, oh, find an asteroid field, start that. Well, no. What you need to get, I hope they have them. Well, I'm not buying any, but I think they will have them here. Go back. You've got to pick up something. Where are they? Don't think they have them here. Or am I looking in the wrong place? You know, I might be looking at the wrong place. So just 1 second. Here? No. Hard points. I'm not going to change this. I just want to have a look. No. It's not under there, is it? No. There are mining, I think they're called mining limpets, I'm not too sure. And you basically fire them an asteroid and it tells you what's on it. What it's got. Because you can't just keep mining asteroids in, that they have a limit to what they have. I wonder why they're not here. It's not under refineries, is it? No. Where the hell? I mean, that would be very annoying. Matchbreaker limpets. Shield generators. Not going to be that, is it? Under there? No. Oh, well, they don't appear to be here, which is kind of odd. Unless I'm looking in completely the wrong place. Anyway, you need them, and I don't have them yet. And because I say I'm on a tight budget, so in spite of getting myself a decent ship, well, I say a decent ship, a new ship, I'm faced with similar problems of having to tramp it around mission-wise, but at least I can do more in one go. So we're going to do, without further ado, let's get some of these missions underway. Now, in the past, I could do a jump to Tau Ceti in my Vipering. Well, not necessarily one go, but as you can see, because I have a limitation with the frameshift drive, it's going to take things longer. It's going to take me longer to get to places, essentially. I've got to do more jumps. Which is why I might go for an intermediate upgrade, because just one that can get me to places a bit quicker. One of the things I have to get used to as well is this is nowhere near as... Well, that's not true. It's the... I guess that axis that's not as manoeuvrable. The Viper was a heavy fighter. That's his classification, the Mark IV that I had. But I had upgraded the thrusters and everything. So this is just a bit slower, which is what you'd expect. Which actually isn't too bad. I mean, that ways it's not too bad. It's just there. It's like, ooh. So I do need to upgrade the thrusters on this thing. But it's a project. You know, I couldn't, when I first got the Viper, I couldn't afford to stick everything on. I could afford to stick more things on it than I can with this. Because this is... a lot more expensive to buy things for, but then again it's a much more advanced ship. And the other thing as well with this one, as you can see there's a, I don't know if you can see it actually, but there's a crew seat there. But this was a ship that I'd really wanted since I started playing the game. So what you'll see here now is why I need to improve the fuel scoop as well. The one I've got is only a pretty low level one, which for the Viper it was great. You know, it would fill up the Viper tank in no time, but as you can see here, even though I've used up very little of the fuel, it's taking there. See, that's the maximum, and as you can see the heat's going up and it's only just filled up. Now in a Viper it would fill that tank up in no time. So now I'm getting critical heat level warning, so I need to sort out that. But part of the fun of actually having this now is that I can work towards upgrading this ship. The Viper was pretty much where I wanted it to be in terms of upgrades. You just have to take these things as they come, I guess. Right. How many jumps have I got to this system? 3 more. See, I think it was only ever... Do you know, I'm sure I could do Tausetti in 1 jump in the Viper. I might be wrong, it might have been 2. It was definitely... no, I think it was 2, and I think the limitation actually was the fuel tank, not the frameshift drive, which probably won't be so much of an issue in the Python once I get a decent frameshift drive. At least the intermediate one that I want, the one that's 1 point something million credits, that should be pretty achievable. It's just the difference in ships and having to manage the ships differently than before. Well, we got here.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
We'll be getting into Tausetti on the next jump anyway, so that's not too bad. Okay, alright, calm down. are.
Fuel scooping.
Just try and scoop as much fuel as I can. Definitely do with doing something with the old thermal protector on this ship. It seems to be quite a hot running ship. I might have to do a bit of research into that. That does heat up quite a bit. It's got, seems to have quite a high heat profile. Here. And I can't read that properly. That's the one thing about... There we go, that's better. Yeah, so you see like... My my rebuy cost is really high compared to what I've got, so I don't particularly want to messing too much with that. Silent running. No. Let me change that. When I'm mining, I change it to forward fire. But in that, I want to change it to that while I'm not mining. That's worth remembering that. That way, my machine guns will track the target and fire at it. Which makes, because the ship isn't as maneuverable as the Viper, I even found it useful on the Viper when I was coming up against like eagles and stuff like that that were more maneuverable than it. The gun on the gimbal would track and fire, which made it a lot easier to hit the bloody target. Like I destroyed quite a few ships that I didn't have directly in front of me doing it that way. So that's why I stuck a couple of them on this until I can upgrade it properly. I had a beam laser as well, which was quite useful. But yeah, I quite like it. It's you can't really see, but quite a nice ship. I can't honestly say I'm disappointed with it. It just needs work on it, which is ordinarily, I think most people when they would have bought this ship would have probably had about 100 million credits, bought the ship, stuck a load of stuff on it and off you go. But the way I've chose to do it just offers a bit more of a different challenge, and you know, it's just going to make it a bit more interesting, a bit more, dare I say, fun. But I've still got my Viper. I've still got my Sidewinder that I got from the start of the game, and I've still got the Eagle that I had for a little while as well. So I've still got those. I thought what I might do at some point is respec the Viper into a proper fighter rather than a sort of a multi-role.
Mission critical message.
This better not be to do with where I'm at. I hate it when he does that. 2 minutes. It's like, you don't give me any bloody time. Is this even the one where I'm at now? Yeah, it is. So 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. In a Viper, I could probably do this.
Docking request approved. Plot route for approach to landing pad 3.
It's such a Lancastrian accent there. I mean, I can't throw this thing around like I could do with the Viper. Docking access approved. Sounds like what's her name out of Absolutely Fabulous. What was her name? She had a weird name. The other thing that annoys me as well, for some reason, devs think it's a great idea to have a medium-sized landing pads right at the entrance to these starports, which is not a good idea. So what am I, 33? There it is. Yeah, in this case it's down there, but I've had some of them right close to the entrance. And it's like, are you for real? So you have to come in and then it's like, I can't see the docking thing. And of course, if you hang around the docking thing for too long, somebody flies into you and you get told off. Why did that not dock then? Please tell me that age-old problem hasn't come back into the game. Alright, mission board. I think I got that. Because they've not normally, if you don't get it, they complain. Oh, 2 missions. Forgot about that. Done for the price of 1. That's always a nice thing. So, okay. So what have you got? That's not even worth getting out of bed for. Ten units of silver. We'll do that one. That's a short distance. What have you got? No, I'll do that one. Come on, do it. There. Yeah, that was you. Not very generous around here, are they, for the payouts for things? What about you? 3 units of 301,000 credits. Yeah, alright. So my cargo must be getting kind of full now. This is why I also need to be careful too. Repair all? Why? Oh, it must have been because I got too close to the sun. Alright, okay. Makes sense. Alright. So I'm going to have to be a wee bit careful here. What I always tend to do, I always tend to do the cargo-based missions first, because a full cargo hold, or if you've got valuable stuff in your cargo hold, that tends to attract pirates. Again, I'm not overly confident that my ship is up to combat spec, and because I don't have very good maneuverability, avoiding interdiction could be more of a challenge. I just don't know. I've just got that, I've just bought a really expensive ship that could bankrupt me. Blues at the moment. But spatial awareness is another thing I need to be aware of. This thing is bigger than the Viper. So the Viper you could squeeze into the proximity thing going. See, there you go. It probably was too far to the left. Slow, 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 slow. Oh, let me just get comfortable on this here seat.
Heavy traffic around this facility. Proceed with caution.
Heavy traffic about this facility. Proceed with caution. I'm trying to think of a name now. What's the name? The actress's name. She's got blonde hair. I'm gonna have to look this up now. Sounds like they've got her to do the voiceover. Jane Horrocks. That's the name. Sounds like they've got Jane Horrocks to do the voiceover for that flight controller. Bubble, that was the naming, absolutely fabulous. My missus loves that show. Yeah, she's from Rottenstall in Lancashire. Well, that's what she sounds like to me anyway. When I heard that accent, it caught me completely off guard. Caught me completely by surprise. Right, well here's an interesting thing, because it's buffering again. Now, I thought I'd give this a chance. The stream's buffering, I mean. I thought I would give this a chance to see if it was just the fact that I was streaming a 360 game, Oblivion, but it's just done it with this, and this is an Xbox One game. This isn't running through any backward compatibility routine, so oh, don't start with mission critical messages when I'm trying to do something, you stupid monstrosity. That kind of confirms to me that Microsoft are hobbling Twitch, because I streamed Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PS4 for nearly 3 hours yesterday and didn't get one single bit of buffering. And every time I do it on the Xbox One, I get buffering from time to time. So, yeah, they're doing something. Right, so I've got a pyro after me. Thanks for that. I thought that mission was too good, so it's doing it again. Well, I'm going to have to... Someday I will have a decent enough laptop and I'll get an Elgato capture card and I'll bypass Microsoft's bullshit in its entirety. Because then I'll be streaming via OBS, not via the app. I'm gonna actually do a bit of investigative work. I'm gonna see if there's any other people with that problem.
Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 4-5.
Right. Oh, it's dropping frames. It's buffering like a mofo now. Not impressed with this at all, Microsoft. Mind you, there's nobody watching at the moment anyway. It's a bit too early in the morning, I think. 4-5.
Heading is A-OK, Commander. You're all clear.
There it is. A decent position for once. What are you doing?
Landing gear deployed.
I'll tell you what, I'm not looking forward to trying to land this thing on a planet that's got high gravity. It doesn't slow down as quick as the... It makes sense. I mean, it's a larger... Just line up, for fuck's sake. It is a larger ship. So therefore there's more mass moving forwards, so...
Confirmed contact. Commence power down.
You know, the momentum is going to be greater with it than it would be with the farty little thing that I've got. It wasn't farty, that's unfair, and that Viper was a damn good ship for me. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Let's hand in that mission. I suppose I should investigate engineers, shouldn't I? At some point. Yeah. "27 units of tea. It's tempting. Not bothering with salvage missions. Not in this. I'll do them in the Viper if I need, if I want to do them. Oh, weapons. Oh, supply. Oh, got all excited then. I thought, oh, there's an easy one. That's delivery within the system, but no. I'll do that. We'll do that. Alright. How about my universal cartographics? No. Can I redeem any of my bounty things I've got? No. Alright. I need to get into one. I need to get into Imperial. I'll show you what I mean. I do. Thank you. I have these, and sometimes, well, I have to get into Alliance space to redeem that one, and Imperial space to redeem that one. I ain't going to be doing that in this ship for a while. Right, which one was it has the pirate? That one. What I'm going to do is going to get rid of that one first, because the sooner I do that, then I'm not going to have a pirate shadowing me out. Pop up, oh Jesus Christ. See, it might pass through. Yes, I am going to pass through. What's that? What's in that system? I thought the red thing meant that's where you had a ship parked. Why is that red? Ship stow markers. All my ships are not, I've got no ship stowed there. Well, I guess I can find out because I've got a mission to hand in that system. I don't have, all my ships are stowed at Abraham Lincoln in Seoul. There. That's where they're stored. So what the hell have I got in there? What the hell? Oh. Well, ain't that a curiosity? Right, well, at least along the way on doing this, I think I've got one or two places I can stop by and hand in missions along this. Christ.
Ship uncoupled. Maintain correct lane on exit.
Now, I always assume when it says maintain correct lane on exit, it refers to be on the side of the green light. But I think my ship might be too big to purely be able to stay on that side. So like this side here. But look at the arrows. All the arrows are going in a contra fashion. Yeah, I was close to the side of the space station there. The flight controller should halt traffic for larger ships coming out. That's my own personal opinion.
Frameshift drive charging.
I need to get a better frame shift drive. I'm just thinking about that. Has to be the priority, I think. At the moment it feels like I've got like a mini's engine inside of an articulated lorry. Damn, I do not want to be interdicted that close to the sun. Fucking hell. Oh my god, this is not easy. This is nowhere near as easy as it was in the Viper. But I did it. I did it. That's the important thing. Not ready yet. Kent Winchester. Are they really going for an English name there? Contacts. No contacts in range. He's not going to be happy, is he? Good old Kenty baby.
Frameshift drive charging.
You're going to have to work a bit harder, son. I mean, depending on what ship he's got and what rank he is, I probably could clobber him in this thing. But I just... I knew the Viper inside out, and I knew that if I could 9 times out of 10 get out of bad situations. Yesterday, for example, I had 2 pirates stalking me for an hour in the game, and I was able to evade them. They interdicted me like... Look, they didn't just interdict me, these were that fanatical. They actually... go up to city. That's where we want to go. They actually... oh, what am I talking about? They didn't just interdict me, they actually attacked me around space stations, which didn't work out too well for them, but because of the fact that the game has this, oh look, things are going to magically come back to life thing still going on. And I think what I've sussed what that is, and I don't know whether it is a bug or not, but it's a pain in the arse. If you have a pirate on your tail and the federal security or system security vessels take them out and you don't, that's when they seem to come back. But it also doesn't kind of tie into what happened on the previous stream I had where I went a bit berserk, because I killed it because I got the bouncy reward and then it came back. Now, whether that was a glitch because the federal vessels were also attacking it simultaneously and maybe it just got stuck between a rock and a hard place, I don't know. I could quite possibly be giving with no respect. 2 minutes. I'm under attack. Right. So hang on a minute. It's like... Where's he gone? He's bottled it. See, that's something that I've noticed happen a few more times in this game. Has he bottled it or is he... He's bottled it. Basically, I think what happened there is he started to attack me, but I got in the... I was too close to the space station, I think, and his arse fell out. That's pretty much going to mean I'm not going to get the 2-minute bonus, though.
Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 26.
By God, I tell you what, I get scanned a lot more in this vehicle, in this ship, I mean, than I did in the Viper.
Scan detected.
There you go. I get multiple scans. I know I was speeding, but I used to speed a lot in the vehicle. Bloody hell. Right. Oh, it's right there. Right there. Which Einsteinian bastard again thinks that that's a good place to put a medium-sized space dock thing. See, I'm right. Why is it not docking? Really dangerous. You don't have now to press my buttons.
Commence power down. Good to have you with us, Commander.
I think I might have still done that within the 2 minutes.
This
That's the same place. Godwin Prospect. Santa Step. Bastard. Well, it's in the same system. Sod it. Both planetary landings, so this is going to be interesting. Right. Things you have to do to make money. We'll refuel. And we were on our way somewhere else, weren't we? So... Oh crap, hang on a minute. Wasn't this the one that told me I had a ship stashed away?
You are go for departure.
Landing gear
Let me just get clear of this and then I'll call up the system map. There's no way, because I had the Viper delivered to Abraham Lincoln Station. I bought this here. The Python here. And I wondered. See, yeah. Whoa. The hell? There. Show me I've got the ship stashed there. I haven't. When I get back to Abraham Lincoln, I'll have a look at that, but I definitely... The Viper arrived. Definitely arrived there. I'll prove it. Your Viper Mark IV has arrived at Abraham Lincoln. There's my Eagle and there's my Sidewinder. They're the only ships that I have. When I dock at Epsilon Indy, I'll have a look at stowed ships. That looks like it's a glitch. It's telling me I've got a ship there. Hey, I tell you what, if it's duplicated my Viper, I won't complain. Get a free ship. What would be even nicer, actually, is if it had somehow duplicated the Python. Maybe there was a buy one get one free offer. Now I've got nothing in this system, do I? To oh, I do. London Relay. Right. Alright, we're gonna have to... I've got Kent Winchester on my arse again, it looks like. Let's just see if he does anything. Then we'll have a look at him, I think. He's in an Eagle. Oh, he's harmless. Come on then, Kent, let's have you. I'll have the credits. The only thing he could have on me here is speed. Sorry. Alright, okay. Really didn't mean to. Oh, I really didn't need to worry about that. So, oh, I've got another one. Imperious Fokkar, whatever his name is. I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. It reminded me of that thing of when 3PO in Star Wars says that how to survive in a direct attack on a Star Destroyer. And it would appear that he thought he could just go straight head to head with... Wow, that was brutal. I don't know if I can get the bio waste to you in 18 minutes, because I'm not too sure what this mission is I'm doing now. That was brutal. Within the first few shots, I'd annihilated his shields. That's got to have been the fastest. That's the fastest I've taken a ship out. His last words were "screw this." Yeah, Kent. I'm sure there'll be tougher challenges than a rated harmless pirate in an Eagle. Other pythons and anacondas, those are the type of things that bother me. I just imagine him actually thinking the possibility of him having a chance. I mean, if he was like a high-ranking dude in a kitted-out Eagle, that could be a problem, because they would run rings around this thing, I would think. That just tickled me. All of the trepidation that I had with regards to, oh, I don't know if I really want to do this, putting this through its paces, and it was over in the blink of an eye. I shouldn't get too cocky. I'll probably get toasted by a competent pirate. My luck will be that it'll probably be in an anaconda, armed to the teeth, fully kitted out anaconda, and they'd be rated dangerous or something. Well, that's the document 3. This looks like it could be a problem. Oh no, it's not. It's there. You have to kind of adjust yourself to the... Why do I keep doing that? It's pressing the wrong buttons.
Landing gear deployed.
Fly responsibly. Ensure you complete docking procedures within your allotted time window.
I wonder if it's because I have the nose down. I wonder if that was it. I was coming in like that instead of like this. We'll see. That's seen better.
Touchdown. Ship secured. Enjoy your stay.
Better rearm my ship, hadn't I? Wow. so that's that mother guy mission done. Let's have a look what these guys have got for me. What was the one he had? He had that one. It's quite a ways. But we'll do it. But yeah, I got too much stuff in my cargo. Oh.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Now I've filled out my cargo hold. Alright. Restock. Refuel. Can I turn this in yet? I might actually get my new frameshift drive paid for at this rate. Let's get that. Alright. Now then. No, I didn't think that would contribute to ranking up. I'm still on a... What's it, aren't I? Not finished that run yet.
This station operates under a dock-conservation policy. Ensure you have
God, I'm glad I didn't have to do anything on them bloody planets. Look how far away they are.
Shift attach complete. Clear for egress.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay. Got a full cargo hold, so we might get some more pirate interest. Oh, stop complaining. Miles away.
Way ahead is clear. Stay safe, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, well this is the end of this run that I was doing. Oh, thought it was. I've got another mission to drop off here. Just you slow yourself down, ship. Thought I had a mission to do here. Oh well.
Fuel system complete.
Oh, got quite a few more. Got quite a ways to go then. Well, hang on a second. Let's call up the galaxy map. Ah, right, no, I've not. That's alright. That's the end of the road there for that one. Oh my god, then I've got to right trek back. Oh, it's going to take me hours. It's going to be the whole stream, it's just going to be doing these. Oh dear god. Oh my lord. Right, okay. So we'll get on with it. Really, we should have just gone for that intermediate upgrade to the frameshift drive. That would have probably made things a lot easier. But then again, you see, I'm also fully laden, and that's going to make that's going to add further stress to it. You'd have thought they'd have put in a bigger frameshift drive, wouldn't you? And I've got to know there's a pirate still out there after me. So many more jumps? 3. Alright. Going for an hour already. It's probably going to take me another hour to get back to where I've just come from. Oh, what now? That isn't the one I'm on, is it? Jesus! Oh, fucking hell. Too close to the sun. I do not want to get involved in a fight here. Ship's overheating already. Shit. Fucking disaster. Gotta get out of it. Get out of the way of this fucking sun. I hate it when they do that. When you fuel scooping, slimy little bastard. I've lost him for now. Right, well, this isn't the mission that I'm on, is it? Everything just happened at once there. No. No, it's not. That was annoying. That was my ship. Ship's fine.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's get this one done.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, this should be interesting. Right, that's it.
Disengaged. Target destroyed. Incoming mission critical message.
Piece of shit. Well, that's not taken care of. That's the last time you're trying to interdict somebody when they're just trying to fuel scoop.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. View scooping. View scoop disengaged.
I'll give you 10 seconds to jettison something good. Well, technically jettison some laser fire and machine gun rounds here. They should learn. They should learn. No, I'm not trying to land on one of these platforms before, so this should be interesting. Well, I mean, in the Python, I mean, obviously I have in my other ships.
Boarding permission granted.
These can be quite tricky. Why, oh why do they highlight a landing pad for you to land on that isn't the one for you to land on? Stupid. There's no logic to that at all.
Landing gear deployed.
There we go. Oops, I'm in the passenger lounge. Who am I trying to kid? Coal and mining is there. We'll do that. You're nothing. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. Universal cartographics. Oh, I can get rid of that one. Okay. So, where to next? Let's finish up the cargo missions and what's that one? That's kind of on the way back, isn't it? That one, that one. Do it like that. So that is Luyton 205128. Let's have a look at what that mission is. That one. And then that one. It's the next one. Okay.
Released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Christ. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oops.
Fuse disengaged.
Shouldn't really do this, but okay.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuse disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Wondered why I wasn't going then.
Fuse
Nearly there.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Delacey, Lima, Alpha, Mike. Federal Flight Control Channel open. Observe docking protocols if you wish to land.
Okay then. The HG Wells Hub.
Landing permission granted. You are clear for approach to pad 07. Decrease speed to 100.
Oh, already done that.
Landing gear deployed.
This station operates at zero tolerance towards criminal infractions. Obey station law. Avoid unnecessary destruction. Do not block the access code.
Touchdown confirmed. Ship secured. Have a productive visit, Commander.
Ensure you
Alright, let's get this done. So we go. keep doing this, I'm never going to get through it. Okay. Alright. Let's do this one. I'm not going to do any more missions. I'm going to do these and head back to Abraham Lincoln Place and
Landing coupler disengaged. You are
get
cleared for
myself a better frame shift drive, I think.
Observe minimum clearance distance.
Scan detected.
You are clear to resume own navigation. Stay safe, Commander.
Frameshift
Oh.
drive charging.
Didn't notice my mass lock light had gone out then. Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful, careful, careful. Salvageable wreckage. Not on this run, I'm not.
Frameshift drive charging.
Shoot. That's something I want to fly to near. Think about as bright as that. Tell you what I can do though. Give myself a full system scan. I can't see that switch. I'm gonna keep my eye on the temperature here, it's going up. Now it's going down, that's okay. Right, so I've got the whole system downloaded here now.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Oh, this isn't good.
1.
Temperature's going up. Fucking hell. This is going to be awkward. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Frameshift drive charging.
Why? Don't need an escape vector. Stupid arsehole.
1.
I have to rethink this. If I can see the where is it? It's there. Right, I should just keep my eye on that temperature thing. Should be okay now. They are a hell of a sight, them things, but by God are they dangerous. Yeah, I'm okay. Temperature's normal. Have to repair my ship though. Whew. Sled? What does that say? U-sled station? At least I won't have to worry about that star on the way out. Bloody hell, come on. Whoa. It's got arms.
Delay C, Lima, Alpha, Mike. You are now in Federation space. Be advised, docking access to this station is by permission only.
Well, I better ask for permission then.
Proceed to landing pad 20.
I wonder what the point is behind those arms. They're just trying to do it for variety, I guess.
3,000 meters from touchdown.
Oh crap. I was looking at the stream then, make sure it was still going okay. What, 20, 20, 20, 20, where are you? There it is, in a stupid location again. Never mind.
Landing gear deployed.
Fly smart. Fly safe. Reduce your speed. Inside.
Landing complete. Engines disengaged. Greetings, Commander.
Not the easiest of approaches. I just want to keep stacking these missions, but I want to get through them. Oh, just done that. Let's check this. I always check just in case I can turn something in. Right, what's my message? It's going to be a faction reputation change. Okay. So now we need to go across to do the other one that I started before, which is here. That's going to be 3 jumps. That's not too bad.
Welcome to our station.
Landing coupler disengaged. Clear for departure.
Landing gear detected.
Fly smart. Fly safe. Reduce your speed. Inside the docking bay.
Fly smart. Shop smart. Shop S-smart. Primary 3, yeah.
Federal Flight Control signing off.
Stop scanning me shape.
Frameshift drive charging.
Could do with a Klingon bird of prey cloaking device. Actually, that'd be really useful. Could have done that covert naval thing very easily. There's no way, I'm just thinking about it now. Given the amount of times I've been scanned, there's no way I could have done that mission. It's throwing dodgy stars at me left, right and centre.
Frameshift drive charging.
Wonder where I can get a decent fuel scoop from. I've never come across one higher than the one I've got. I would have thought that, like the Earth starports, would have been amongst the best to get stuff like that. Sure, I've seen one. Can't remember where it was though. I definitely need a better one than the one I've got. It's not up to the task. It's better than nothing, but it isn't really up to the task.
Ready to engage.
Huh? Oh. God. Well, where is it? Really? Strange. Oh, that's that's some bloody distance away. See, this is the thing. This is the most annoying part of the game, is these stupid distances you have to travel to get to something. I mean, why would that be classified in the same system? I know it's technically less than a light year, but this is going to take a bloody age to get to now. And this is what really annoys me with it. It's like, alright, you want a degree of reality, that's fine, but you know what? It has to be fun, and this isn't fun. This is now me sat here with my joypad down. I'm about to get interdicted. That's not the person I want. But then... happened then? I must have accidentally hit the A button. Alright, well, who's Layton and... Oh, God. Son of Ferdinand's. He's competent. And I'm miles out from this Lunan Holdings. Don't really fancy this engagement. This is going to take ages to get here. This is freaking ridiculous. And I've got some bastard pirate in a Further Lance whose rank is competent. Mithering me. I'm sorry, this is bullshit. You should be able to lock onto that. My belief is you should be able to lock onto anywhere and frame shift drive to that point. I don't like this locking onto the largest stellar body in the system. I don't agree with that. Because this just... if you're going to do that, you have to incorporate the interplanetary jump mechanism, drive mechanism that they had in the original Elite, where you used to just press the J key. Because this is boring. I just don't want to put this ship up against a Further Lance of a competent pilot Further Lance, and I'm miles away from any help. He's still there. He's definitely shadowing me. It's not actually reduced the distance at all yet. How is that not a frame shift drive jump? Well, I know why, but that's just ridiculous. Look at it. Look how far out it is. This is actually the farthest I've ever had to travel. I've never had it that high. So I say less than a light year you can't frame shift drive jump. Oh, it's finally ticked down 0.01 of a light year. And I've got Nobby the Aardvark chasing me. If I wasn't being pursued by a pirate, I literally could just walk away right now, go and make myself some lunch, come back, and I still... It is the Spinal Tap. You can go away and have a bite and come back, and it's still playing the sustain. I'm just waiting for the inevitable interdiction. I mean, at least my ship's still accelerating, that's something. I'll probably overshoot this by about 15,000 years as well. Oh God. So this guy, Laytonen, is he just acting by himself? He is. He's not been sent by anyone. That's the thing, and all while we're here, this tip-off, oh, do you know what? I bet I've been spelling it wrong. That's probably why I couldn't find that system. That's one I'll need to come back to. I'll check out some coordinate in that system. I think I'll go out in Space Biscuit, my Sidewinder in that, in case I get vaporized by a Thargoid. Oh my God, he actually still hasn't gone down. This is like when you're installing a piece of software and the file size is that big that the bit at the beginning of it just doesn't look like it's moving. That's what this feels like. I mean, if you look at the speed I'm going, it's only gone down 0.1 of a light year. That hour there is starting now to look like it will take me an hour to get there in real time. At least not, but no, it won't, because obviously but it's going slower. The ship's going faster, but obviously the time is sort of leveling out. They're almost balancing each other out. This is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic. Anybody watching this, I can only but apologise. But I didn't program this bloody thing. Certainly wasn't one who thought that something like this is a good idea. And I can't make my ship accelerate any faster if my throttle is fully open. So when that breaks through the hour barrier, will that go down another light year? Jesus Christ, look how fast I'm going. Is Laytonen still shadowing me? Yeah. He's the only ship out there. Still accelerating. At what point, I wonder, will I actually start decelerating? Still not gone down. This is ridiculous. This just can't be right. Oh, now it has. Wow. Sorry, whoever come up with this at Frontier Developments wants beating around the face, neck and chest with a goddamn hammer. Because this is chronic. This is really bad. This is taking forever. Still bloody accelerating as well. But then, so I should, because... Oh. I'm never going to do a mission like this again. I'll tell you that right now. If I ever get a mission like that, I'm selling the cargo in the black market and dumping the bloody mission. There's no way I'm doing this again. Because this is bullshit. I think before today the biggest distance was like 800,000 light seconds or something. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me, right? But this by far takes the piss. This gets the award in the biggest pile of boring bullshit in the history of video gaming right here. Is Lederhosen still out there? Yeah. I think he might have passed out or just fallen asleep. He probably can't believe it either. No, this is pissing me off. Do something else while this is going on. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh my god, it's gone down a light year. 1.01 of a light year. So, what's happening in the world of gaming? Obsidian turned down a Game of Thrones video game. Probably not a good idea, Obsidian. Blizzard lays down the law on Overwatch toxic behaviour. I'm reading You're a Gamer, by the way. That just shows you how bad things have got in this game for me. It really bums us out to spend so much time punishing people for being bad sports. Well, that's what happens with online multiplayer only games. People are going to be dicks. Microsoft discontinued the original Xbox One after the S launched. Well, that's no surprise. There's literally no point in keep making it. I mean, I have the original one, but what's the point in having the keep making it when you bought out the S model? No one's going to buy it. It doesn't make sense. They'll probably discontinue the S model about a year after the X comes out, if it starts to sell. But that remains to be seen. CEX suffers security breach that may affect up to 2 million customers. Change your passwords. Oh well. It's nice to know that these companies take their security seriously. What else have we got? What else is going on out there? Oh, another light year gone. Or 0.1 light year. Same old shit in the news. Oh my goodness me, we're actually into the light seconds now. Look at the state of that. Well, give him his credit. Actually have some motivation now. What else is happening? Yeah. So, done that. Stream's still going along nicely. Wonder at what point that Laytonan's going to make a go at interdicting. Just sort through my emails. Oh dear God. Things you shouldn't be doing while playing Elite Dangerous. Is that? There we go. Is that email sorted? Ugh. Rid of that. That's that done. Alright. I can imagine stuff like this is what puts off more casual gamers playing this game, because there's no way somebody with limited time would ever sit like this. They'd just switch it off and never play it again. So it's a bit dim as well from Frontier Developments. I'm bored. I'm actually bored shitless. I just have nothing to say right now. Still accelerating, but much slower now. It feels like, anyway. Jesus Christ. I'm just waiting for the next landmark breaking the 2 million light second barrier. It's about the only thing that's keeping me fucking motivated right now, and not just switching this off. It's fucking ridiculous. Still accelerating? Yep. Just about. Oh no. No, it's going down now. Well, that's just great. Because that means it's going to take even fucking longer now. Fuck's sake. What an abortion of a game. And I can't do anything about it. Can't override it. What a load of shit. Is the arsehole still there? Yeah. He must be as bored as I am. Who fancies a game of I Spy? I Spy, Mile Lie, something beginning with W. Wank game. It's not the game that's wank, it's the stupidity of the person who said this is a good idea. Jesus Christ, no wonder nobody's watching this. Don't blame him. Even I don't want to watch it. So that 15 minutes is actually real time now. Pretty much. Jesus fucking wept. sorry guys, anybody who watches this shit, but it's kind of too far gone to just abandon this now. That would be even more ridiculous. So you kind of stuck with the whole thing of just seeing it through, and then just filing never again sell bullshit on black market. The retard should never have given me a fucking stupid mission like this anyway. I mean, to me, there's no merit. There's no merit to this at all. There's nothing entertaining about it. I mean, Christ, I'm surprised my bloody stream hasn't hasn't died, to be honest with you. Twitch hasn't waved the white flag. The other thing is as well, I don't actually want to be interdicted until I'm right close to Lunan Holdings, because if I do and I have to come out of their super cruise, what I'm in at the moment, I've got to do the whole accelerating bit all over again, and it takes ages because, you know, we want to try to make it as realistic as possible. No, don't make games realistic. Well, not in these type of areas anyway. Type of areas that make people, you know, want to... They just make you want to quit the game. Because, I mean, this is what I've done. Checked all my emails. Looked at the gaming news. Looked at the sports news. Looked at the news headlines. And... still, I got ages to go yet before I even get to the station. I mean, now I'm in the sort of vicinity of the longest ever. I think it was about... this has been going on for half an hour. Possibly even more. And no one's going to convince me that this is a good thing. They're not. But the problem is, there are too many people that defend this. If I went on to the Elite Dangerous forums and complained, there would be a host of people that would attack, because they think that this is great. This is great because this is how it should be. No, in none of the previous Elite games that I played did I ever come across a scenario where I was sat around like this. That never happened. Like, if you want to create reality or realistic things in a game, God almighty, my bloody screen was about to go into my joypad, sorry, my Xbox was about to go into low power mode then, I think. The problem is that you have to get the balance between keeping a game fun and keeping it real. If you look at sports sims as a classic case in point, there's scalability options, especially in racing games. The scalability options are there to try to make it as realistic, but it's never going to be realistic. You have to still maintain the element of fun. Otherwise, people aren't going to enjoy playing it. They have to simplify certain elements. Otherwise, it just becomes dull and boring like this. I mean, I suppose you could argue that games like Flight Simulator and stuff like that, you know, you can do the full flights of 7 hours and all of that kind of guff. I can see that appealing to those people who genuinely think that's a good thing. I don't. But you can also truncate it as well. You can compress. Well, certainly the last time I played a flight simulator game, admittedly that was many years ago, but you could compress the time it took as well. You could accelerate. You pressed a button on the keyboard and it accelerated time. There's no option to do that here. So for travelling these humongous distances, which I am doing right now, I have to sit and wait for it to happen. There's actually no way to skip forward to accelerate the game time. So, you know, minutes become seconds, hours become minutes. You have to sit and endure, and that's not good. Because most people don't have the time. Most people don't have the time to sit for half an hour doing nothing in a game. They want to have done loads of different things and progressed. And people will say, well, this isn't the game for them. Fine. But then you're making a game that has a very limited audience. And a lot of people will get this game, you know, like me, who played Elite years ago on the Commodore 64 and then Frontiers and First Encounters on the Amiga, and you get this and it's like, whoa, you know, what's the logic behind this? I mean, one of the things that surprised me a lot actually was the fact that you don't actually land on any planets with an atmosphere. So you don't actually get to land on Earth or places like that. Now, you could land on planets with atmospheres in Elite Frontiers. That was just part of the course. You know, and you went through the clouds and stuff like that, and that was like, what, 20 years ago? More than that now. Probably nearly 25 years ago. And it's not in this game yet. You land on planets, but they're all barren, lifeless worlds. You look at No Man's Sky, for as much of the criticism that game had, you can land on planets in it. You know? And walk around. Get out of your ship and walk around. You can't do that in this. And I get that this focuses more on the sort of simulation space travel thing than No Man's Sky does. It's kind of inverse. I think they started out with a planetary exploration game, and then they threw the space bits in there. But at the same time, you can get a balance between the two. You know, this game, Elite Dangerous, is 3 years old. And it still feels like an unfinished product that has a lot of issues. No Man's Sky is like, what, a year old? And yet they've revised that game quite considerably in the space of a year, to the point where it's virtually nothing like the game that it was when it launched. There's a hell of a lot more things to do. But, you know, because of the initial criticisms that game got. It's you get the feeling it's almost people will never come round to accepting that it could be anything more than a vapid, hollow piece of rubbish, which I think is grossly unfair, and all because of quote unquote, well, Sean Murray lied. Well, you know, this is what you get when you stick a game developer in front of, just to front up a media campaign. They tend to speak about what they hope will happen rather than what will actually happen. But to me, it doesn't excuse the fact that this game has these type of issues where I have sat literally for 40 minutes doing nothing. And if you defend that, if you defend the fact that this is okay, then I have to question your motivations for defending it. Because what annoys me with this is there's a really good game here that is stymied by stupidity like this. Sitting for 40 minutes doing nothing in a game, that's fatal. That's like watching a film and then for 40 minutes in the middle of the film there's nothing but a black screen with nothing. Your experience is shut off. Any game that encourages you to essentially take your hands away from the controls and do nothing for a huge period of time, that is, I cannot tell you how flawed that game design is. And the thing is, most people actually won't hear what I'm saying, because even somebody who wants to watch what this is going to turn out to be quite a gargantuan playthrough session, because I really do want to complete everything and get back to the Soul system, people aren't going to sit through it. I reckon I'm going to have to take a break and do this in 2 parts actually. When I've arrived here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break and come back this afternoon and stream it some more. And it's a shame. It's a shame that they do this, that they come on with this idea, because this here is laziness. This here is just, oh, we'll stick it there, and the player will have to endure doing this. But you're not doing anything. It's not endurance. Endurance is like, if you're in an endurance race, you're racing, right? I'm not doing anything. I'm not flying the ship right now. I've not even got the controller in my hands. The only time I've actually got my controller is to do that. Is to press 2 buttons and see that Wazak's still shadowing me, waiting to strike. And that means I can't even leave this to go and do something else. I even go to the toilet. I even go and grab a bite. It's bollocks. Alright? It's utter bollocks. How can you defend it? You have to be mentally insane to defend it. Because it's like people who defend microtransactions in games, and you know, I have differences of opinion with Jim Sterling on some things, but what I agree with him is the sheer idiocy of the argument is it's only cosmetic. It's almost like people can't fundamentally grasp the concept that if that was the case, they wouldn't have bothered with it in the first instance. And he's quite correct when he talks about Shadow of War, that the fact that that game has these loot boxes in, where you basically pay money to
Critical message.
hang on, I've just got an incoming mission critical message. Boom data delivery. Contact Nick Edge. Alright, well I'm not doing that bit anyway, so we'll sort that. Yeah, what he was saying is if the idea of these loot boxes is to accelerate your progress into the game in terms of unlocking these items, what they're basically saying is that it isn't worth your time playing the game to achieve those things to unlock. You're basically saying, as the publishers are basically saying, the developers have made this game, but we've asked them to put something in there that means that the game is that shit and that uninteresting that it's more worth your while paying a £5 to buy a loot box, to skip the dull drudgery grind of the game in order to get to that stuff. So what does that tell you about the game? If that mechanic is put in the game, then essentially the publishers are saying, yeah, you know what, we kind of accept the fact that this game is boring as shit and it's a grind fest, and you're not really going to want to do it. If you've got money, you're not really going to want to do it, so give us a £5 and you can skip all of that. And people defend that and say you don't have to do it. It's like, yeah, but they're saying that the game's that shit that they believe that that service that they put in there of you being able to accelerate through parts of the game, that people are going to use it because people are going to find it that tedious. Because let's put it this way, if you didn't find it tedious, if you enjoyed playing the game, then you wouldn't want to skip that. There's no incentive for you to pay the money. There's actually zero incentive there for you to pay the money to skip it. Why would you want to? Because you're enjoying it, right? If you're enjoying something, you don't want it to just hurry up and go away, do you? You want to carry on enjoying it, right? So essentially that's what they're saying, that this product, hang on, let me just get that into the blue now. Here, I knew that had happened. Right, let's see what we can do here. I'm not overly confident here. I knew the moment I got into a relative close proximity that this would happen. So apparently I have 10 seconds to comply. This one's going to be a bit more tricky. Come on. He's definitely got... I was going to say he's definitely got the edge on me when it's manoeuvring time, but... You know what? I think I've got his arse in a sling here. I am. He's in a world of shit. He's gonna go. Bye bye, Mr. Ferdinand. God, he didn't even strip me of my shields. Well, in the immortal words of Clint Eastwood in Firefox, boy, is this a machine. And I've not even got this thing kitted out for combat properly. Yeah, that ranked me up a bit. curiosity, did he drop anything? Just material? Got quite a lot of material. That's why I've not been picking them up.
Frameshift drive charging. 4.
Well, at least something interesting finally happened. I just had this feeling that the minute I got within a reasonable distance of Lunan Holdings, that's when he'd try and jump at me, but wow. I like my ship. There's no way my Viper would have stood a cat in hell's chance against the that Fer-de-Lance. Not with my fighting capabilities, but we kicked his ass. And the thing is there, I noticed as well, my weapons weren't overheating. That's one thing. The only thing the machine guns were needing to do was reload, but my weapon system didn't look like it was overheating at all. And that was one of the big problems I had in the Viper, was that the power plant really wasn't up to task. So well, at least I know it can take care of itself. That's given me a bit more confidence. Right, so, yeah, what was I saying? I was ranting about this current thing. So yeah, that's one element you can look at with these loot boxes. But the other thing as well is, and that Jim Sterling mentioned, I do agree with him on, and I say I don't agree with him on a few things, but I do on this, is it is gambling. Now, they can twist and turn and wriggle and whatever about it. It is gambling. There's no other way of looking at it. It's gambling. What you have is a situation where somebody is paying money for something and they don't know what they're going to get. So it's like a lucky dip. You know, you pay money and you blindly are sticking your hand in something to see if you get something back. To me, that's a form of gambling. You're gambling on, you pay money, you don't know what you're getting, so there's the gamble that you're doing is you're gambling on getting the things that you want or things that you haven't already got. Okay, I mean, I think if you think in terms of gambling has to be you might get nothing, that's only if you're talking in the sense of a slot machine or, you know, Vegas rules kind of thing. A gamble is getting something that you don't want, is paying money and getting something that you don't want. A gamble is something that where there isn't a certainty, so it's a gamble. You know, that's what the word means. It just means that there's no certain outcome. If you go into a shop and you buy a video game, you could argue that it's a gamble whether you get the right disc or not, but the chances are so much in favour of you getting the right one, especially if it's sealed, that you can't really call that a gamble. Okay, because the odds are minuscule that are going to work against you. It's a greater gamble if you buy second hand, whether the disc will be damaged or not, there's a higher chance. So therefore, there's a threshold that goes over where something becomes a gamble. And the reason why you can't always classify it as being a gamble is because there is a mechanic for you to get your money back if you don't get what you want. So it's less of a gamble, because you can actually get back to your original status and suffer no loss. If you buy a game and you open it up and the disc is broken in half, you were protected by law for a refund or an exchange. So that's not really a gamble. If you were paying money for something and there's no way you can get a refund, so you get a game and you have to accept whatever it is, then that's a gamble, and there's no other way around it. It's a gamble. So the thing with these loot boxes is, it's a gamble, right? Because if you buy those loot boxes and you don't get what you want, you can't get a fucking refund. So it's a gamble. You know what you want, but you can't buy what you want. You have to buy something that forms a mechanism that gives you a chance of getting what you want. So it's gambling. And if kids are playing the game, if you're under the age of 18 or 21 in some places, that's actually illegal. That's actually illegal. So, it's bull. And to suggest that it isn't means you're being dishonest. And therefore, it needs challenging and needs ripping out of every single game. And it is in games that aren't necessarily as age restricted either. And finally, I'm here.
Boarding permission granted.
So, landing pad 3. What are the chances on that being landing pad 3, I wonder? Oh, it is. What are the chances on me being the right way round? Not very good. That's the other thing I don't get with this game. Why does it matter which way you approach the landing pads? Because they rotate anyway. They really shouldn't make any difference. Like when I land now, and then when I go to take off, it rotates. It has a 180 degree rotation, which means 2 rotations, obviously 360 degrees. Why does it make a difference which way I'm facing?
Engines disengaged.
Well, thank God for that. It's taken nearly an hour, I think. Yeah, it's taken nearly an hour just to do this one. I will not be adding any more missions today, I promise. Consumer technology. It almost doesn't seem worth it, but I'm not even looking at doing anything else. Contacts. That nice bounty in. Look at that. Not even there can I claim anything. Right, so the Wolf 629 mission seems to be the obvious next one, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. Before I depart on there, what do you mean system data is not available? Oh god. It's unexplored. Right. This is what I'm going to do because I've been going for 3 hours straight with this. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to grab myself some lunch and then I'm going to come back and carry on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back and carry on and then do the rest of the missions this afternoon. Because that just sitting there is demotivating enough for that last mission. So I'm going